Hello students, let us continue our lesson. B. Wordsworth. He shook his head. Who shook his head? Do you remember what the boy had asked B. Wordsworth? The boy had asked B. Wordsworth whether he had sold any poetry or not. B. Wordsworth said, "No, I have not sold any poetry yet." And so he shook his head. And then he continued saying, "In my yard, I had the best mango tree in a spot of Spain. And now the mangoes are ripe and red and very sweet and juicy. I have waited here for you to tell you this and to invite you to come and eat some of my mangoes." In fact, the boy wanted to see him again, and to his surprise, when he came back from his school, he happened to see him at the corner of Miguel Street, and the poet is trying to tell him, "I have got mangoes. They are very sweet. They are juicy. Come and eat some of them." He lived in Alberto Street in a one-roomed hut, placed right in the center of the lot. The yard seemed all green. There was the big mango tree. There was a coconut tree. There was a plum tree. The place looked wild, as though it wasn't in the city at all. You couldn't see all the big concrete houses in the street. So B. Wordsworth's house was a simple one. He had a one-roomed hut which was placed in the center of the lot. There were many trees all around, and from there you would not be able to see any concrete building, and the place looked wild. He was right. The mangoes were sweet and juicy. I ate about 6, and the yellow mango juice ran down my arms to my elbows and down my mouth to my chin, and my shirt was stained. So when he went there, he really saw that the mangoes he was speaking about were sweet and juicy, and he ate about 6, and the juice ran down to his elbow and from his mouth to his chin, and as a result his shirt was stained. My mother said when I got home, "Where you was? You think you is a man now and could go all over the place? Go cut a whip for me." So when he went back home, his mother got angry and started scolding him, saying, "Where were you? Do you think you are a man? Do you think you are young enough to go around? Go and cut a whip." That is, a whip means a stick. She wanted to beat him. She beat me rather badly, and I ran out of the house, swearing that I would never come back. And when he brought a whip, she beat him very badly. And so he got angry and ran out of the house, swearing, taking an oath that he would never go back home. I went to B. Wordsworth's house. I was so angry, my nose was bleeding. Really, he got angry with his mother, and he ran away from his house and went to his friend, let's say, B. Wordsworth. B. Wordsworth said, "Stop crying, and we will go for a walk." I stopped crying, but I was breathing short. We went for a walk. We walked down to St. Clair Avenue to the Savannah, and we walked to the race course. B. Wordsworth said, "Now let us lie on the grass and look up at the sky. And I want you to think how far those stars are from us." So when the boy went to B. Wordsworth, he told him not to cry and that they would go for a walk, and they went to different places, and in one place he told him that they should lie on the grass and look up at the sky and see how far stars were from them. I did as he told me, and I saw what he meant. I felt like nothing, and at the same time I had never felt so big and great in all my life. I forgot all my anger and all my tears and all the blows. So when he did what his friend B. Wordsworth told him, he forgot everything. He forgot all the beatings he had got from his mother. And also he felt so big and great in his life. He had never felt like this before. When I said I was better, he began telling me the names of the stars. And I particularly remembered the constellation of Orion, the hunter, though I do not really know why. I can spot Orion even today, but I have forgotten the rest. And when they were lying there on the grass, he told him different names of constellations. He showed him different constellations. He did not remember many of the things, but he remembered one, the constellation of Orion, the hunter. But he says that he did not know why that was called the hunter. Then a light was flashed into our faces, and we saw a policeman. We got up from the grass. So while they were lying there on the grass, watching different constellations, there came a policeman, and he flashed his torch into their faces. And as the light was flashed into their faces, they got up from the grass. That's all for now. Thank you.